Hey ladies and gentlemen, this is 715 and Luminous coming you guys with commentary 198. And if you haven't been watching the last few, shame on you. Go watch it. Epic games, really. And if you don't know,
if you're not able to do math, it's only 2 more games left until 200.
Three
I
more.
hope you're prepared.
3 more.
Okay, I didn't count it. No, 198.
1.
Are you sure you're Asian?
198, that's 1. 199, that's 2.
Yeah,
200, that's 3.
Already.
Get the fuck out.
I don't count that. All right.
Okay, today we're casting LGD.sGty versus EHome. But before I get into it, let me give a small update about that beta key giveaway. The 3rd and 4th line of the riddle will be somewhere in this commentary. I'll actually type it out because some of you Apple fags, FAG stands for Fine Asian guys, don't have annotation. Can't see annotation. Okay, so I will type it out somewhere in here, and that would be good. Okay, so you are ready to unpause 715?
Yes.
Okay, let's unpause in 3, 2, 1, go. For 36.
Oh, that was
37.
the most. Yes, that was the most exciting unpausement we ever had. Like it was the first time. Are you ready to unpause? And then slow countdown with a lot of emotions packed into it.
Man, we're gonna need a lot of emotion for this game. It is gonna be long as heck. This, by the way, is 6.68 C.
68C. 68C.
And this is before 715 actually played competitive Dota, so kind of a long time ago.
Yes, kind of a long time ago. That was like the point when I only watched the competitive scene, but I didn't really care about it that much because I wasn't playing myself. Only some random games.
Okay, so let's tell everyone what this game is about, why this is important. This is a WDC qualifier. Chinese team had to qualify into WDC because they only took 4 of the best teams. LGD on Sentinel, EHome on Scourge. By the way, EHome was this is 2010 WDC qualifier, so they were the strongest team then. No one would be able to beat it. LGD had a 3-month streak where they were undefeatable. Even EHome couldn't touch them. And then 2009 left the team, and of course there's this big money scandal / controversy about that, but that's another story for another day. So now it's kind of the weakened version of the LGD, but still very, very strong. They replaced 2009 with Shuriken. And EHome, of course, this EHome lineup is legendary. 820, 357, King J, Burning, X. Like, my favorite lineup of Dota of all time on Scourge.
Oh, you're not a City Hunter fan?
I wasn't really that good casting Dota back then, so I wasn't even following City Hunter that much.
Okay. Oh, I always liked City Hunter, like to watch stuff of them. And actually, I'm forced to cast this replay. I wanted to cast another that will be casted in the future, but Luminous like, hey, don't spoil, okay? So I can just tell you I'm a bit sad because in this game there's not one of my all-time favorite players, but he will be in the next big game Luminous is casting with Ian, I think.
I think. Stop spoiling. Maybe Ian. Don't know.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so
maybe Nebula.
Maybe Tobygon. Okay, all right. This is 6.68C. So some of these heroes we're not as familiar with. If you only watch 6.72, Shadow Fiend is a new hero to you. Vengeful Spirit got a lot of changes. For example, her mana cost doesn't scale. It was really nicely scaled before. It was like 95 at level 1. The stun duration was 1.75 at level 1. And we'll talk about why that's important later on when we discuss Vengeful Spirit and her skill build. Of course, Visage, if you watch the 6.9C game I casted, he is still king of tri-lane. It's going to be nuking, it's going to be killing. And it looks like Sentinel is going to do something like a healing-centric kind of stuff. Interesting.
Yep, it's kind of healing lineup, I'd say. But it's not that uncommon because, I mean, Necrolite was back then he was the standard hero against tri-lanes, so he would probably be up against the tri-lane because his range was so big and he was hard to kill because he had heal. So he was an okay hero that was pretty good against being dived back then, but then I think one map later his range got reduced, so he wasn't that popular anymore. but it's still good. Yeah, 600 range in this map for Necrolite, so a pretty good long lane solo. And the Witch Dog also one of those standard supports like Cask, so Imba. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, it bounces. Actually, I think the more Imba skill is Voodoo Restoration, right? I think this was before the mana nerf of him, so he
also, yeah, that, but also the cast, the first bounce would stun you for 2 seconds as well.
Really?
Now it only stuns for a half. Yes, the first bounce stuns for 2, and that was.
Are you serious? That's a fucking Stormbolt, except it bounces more.
Yeah, that's why Witch Doctor was so freaking good.
All right, okay, so we're gonna see a tri-lane versus tri-lane. Tri-lane on the top lane, we have Lina, Witch Doctor, Lina, Witch Doctor, and Visage. I mean, on the other hand, we have a Sniper, Shaker, I believe, and Avenge. So pretty kind of defensive tri-lane on most part. Which it's odd to say that we see a Visage being defensive, but you know, Witch Doctor, I suppose she could go on the offense with that 2-second stun apparently, and LSA to follow up, and then. Of course, that's Soul Assumption for the kill, but against the Shaker, that is going to be difficult in terms of getting too many kills. As long as Shaker is going to be in a good enough position to lop off a Fissure. On the mid lane here, we have a very standard lineup, Burning Shadow Fiend versus YYF Storm. We need to introduce the players because...
Beautiful to watch.
Yes, okay, let's introduce the players because these are legendary players. CH on Visage, ZSMJ on the Necrolite, YYF Storm, Shuriken Lina, really beautiful Lina, and GX Witch Doctor, if you guys still remember GX. Really good. I think him and GX and CH, I think they were really like core tri-lane components of LGD. And I really love the tri-lane play. But why don't you introduce the Scourge players?
Okay, you already talked about them earlier, and we have X, X Storm Spirit, you know him from Dota 2 already. And this time X Sniper, like when Luminous and I, when we were talking about the Dota 2 tourney at the international, he was like, oh man, why no X Sniper? Because X Sniper also legendary, a bit strange to see actually. X playing carry, he's usually playing solo these days, but Burning Shadow Fiend, there we step on, like one of the best Shadow Fiend players in the world. Can't argue about that, just great, and I'm looking forward to see this match. King J, only a J here. Well, known for being the utility player of the year 2010, I think. Yep. And 820 and 357. 357 legendary Beastmaster, always playing the Beastmaster in EHome. And 830, I don't think I need to talk about him.
820, lightning quick reflexes on the swaps to save the carries. We're gonna see it more this game. We just had a small run on the top lane here, trying to kill the Venge. Some 2-second cask apparently. LSA to follow up, Soul Assumption not able to bring it down because of that really good Fissure block. So Rygor's got to be on top of this game. He's going to drop a ward, and that's allowing him to see some movement into the jungle here. So far, pretty passive play. I'm going to check out the mid lane a little bit. 5-3 CS again to 5-3 CS. Man, all these guys are neck and neck in terms of CS, last hits. This is such an even game.
And it was absolutely, like, laning SF against Storm, it was so standard. Like, in that map, there were 3 heroes in the mid. It was SF, Storm, and Lion. And actually, every game, those 3 heroes would, in some constellation, walk up against each other. It was always, I felt like it was always thrilling to watch. You never knew who would come out as the winner.
Pretty even matchup on most of them. I think Storm might have a weakness against Lion, but even that.
But yeah, we still, even if that's true, we still saw a lot of Storms outplaying the line, so that was great to watch. We see Venomancer on the down lane being aggressive, wards being so imba right now, 200 HP already on the level 2 wards. Look at that.
I think this was shortly when Venomancer was introduced in the Chinese scene. I think it was actually LGD that was the first team that introduced Venom. Here's a cast going to top lane here. We need LSA, great Fissure block, and that's going to be end of that engagement. Yeah, Venomancer was just shortly introduced in the Chinese scene. Just I think he was first introduced as a support, but now playing as solo, he's going to be using that ward, giving him a lot of CS, actually lane controlling very well against Necrolite. Generally, you expect Necrolite to have outdo the Venomancer because he has better range, but because of the wards, Venomancer doing a fine job himself. So this game is going to be a rather long one, as you could tell by the YouTube timer, although you don't know if that's a troll or not. So we're going to spend a lot of time just kind of talking about good old Chinese Dota, you know, because there's going to be farming. You know, 2 Chinese teams.
Yep.
playing.
And I can talk about my German captain because German almost better at Dota than Chinese.
Almost.
He used to be so annoyed by playing against Earthshaker. He would always first ban him because he was like, fucking Earthshaker, hero for handicapped people, will drop Fisher and ganks over. Like he really was like that, but that's exactly what we see in this game. Like you try to kill ES Fisher, game over, and even then like a monkey could do it.
Okay, all right.
No offend monkey players here, all right? I'm talking about the MMO, not about the team. So don't get me wrong.
All right, on the mid lane here, we have Stormsphere at level 5.5. Actually, the Shadow Fiend a little bit behind because I think he actually went for the couple of runes as well. 18-10 is YYF Storm to 12-6. So actually, Burning getting a little bit outplayed in the mid lane. Burning usually plays a hard carry role, but definitely can put off a good Shadow Fiend if necessary.
Yes, he was his Shadow Fiend was the first Shadow Fiend. Like when I played competitive, I wanted to improve my Shadow Fiend, so I started watching Shadow Fiend replays, and he was the one I liked second most. The Shadow Fiend I liked most was Ferrari. Like
not Yafits?
Nobody knew him.
Not 2009?
No, I can't. Well, 2009 that was not actual for me because that was back in double lane time, and I wanted to watch like current replays.
I see.
So I didn't watch 2009. Like.
Oh, missed first blood, standard.
Well, okay, I don't think we need to talk about that much.
Storm didn't hit 6.
Model.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah, Storm didn't hit 6 before. Yeah. No, not a big thing. Dropping few races.
I have actually not catch first blood for the past 8 games I casted. I think that's a new record.
You want to keep it for 200?
Yeah.
Catching first blood in 200 for sure.
Okay.
Like, watch the replay before. Make sure you know when it happens, and then.
I remember once I asked someone, like, okay, tell me what time the first blood is and where it is, and he told me, and I still missed it. So.
All right. So this time at a preparation, please. Whatever. I was talking about Shellfield, and I wanted to mention that back then I was such a big fan of Ferrari. I think he was in Dream at that time, and it was like nobody knew him, and he was like, maybe he wasn't as good as he was back then, but he was playing hard carry all the time. And I remember one game where he played a really poor Spectra, but his Medusa and the Shadow Fiend always impressed me so hard, and his Shadow Fiend was just amazing. And when I told my friends like, wow, this guy is even better, fuck Yafits, and then they were like, no, what, Yafits, best SF.
Yo man, Yafits SF. We'll have to wait and see if actually he's gonna get casted 2 more games to go. But one thing I want to point out interestingly is that both the solo mid players got wards being sent to them, so they had to place the wards. And normally, like, yeah, that's it's uncommon, but you see it from time to time. But the important thing I want to point out is because no supports could leave the lane. Whichever support leaves the lane, they just lose the tri lane. Like, that's so important, and that's why, because they would just buy the wards and send them in and let the carry get it. Because
maybe we should actually have a short look at the farm on the tri lane.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, someone's fine.
Okay, then we see 21 on the Visage actually, 6 and 5 on the Witchdog, 7 and 2 on the Lina, so overall about 33 creeps, 34 for the Sentinel. We have 0 on Earthshaker, 18 on Sniper, and 3 on Avenge. They have a few neutrals. They killed the 1 Ogre camp, now they're pulling the Wolf camp. So Sentinel winning right now actually.
And as you expect, they have all heroes have over 600 range, or 600 range or higher. Of course, Lina OP 625 range. The Shaker can only stay back and just drop that Fisher for, I guess, monkey people. And also the Venge can't really come into last hit, so it's just Sniper by himself. And of course, his damage, although really instant damage, it can't really compete with three heroes last hitting against him. So as expected, he's getting a little bit out last hitted, but this is X, so I'm not really too worried about.
Yeah, and mid, we see YYF 28-18, Burning 29-16, so very close. Even though Storm died once, they are still so close to each other in terms of CS. And if you're surprised, you're like, oh, why doesn't Storm build a null talisman here to get some more damage? It's only 6th. in this.
Yeah, I don't think the Nail Talisman has gotten the buff yet.
Red Band, useless.
Yep.
No +3 damage, and yeah. So probably Sniper won't upgrade his Slippers of Agility as well, but he got the Basilius with +3 armor in this map, so kinda imba. I think Power Tread still +10 on everything, and we see Invis Gang on top.
Yeah, there's Invisible. We're gonna have a Fisher getting the Lina, but kind of a mid. Oh, 357.
Yes. Can't do anything useful. Can only drop to save people.
Now, interestingly, I want to point out that Ventral Sphere has actually leveled up her Magic Missile to level 3. You might be thinking, well, isn't that standard? No, not in this map. The build for Ventral Sphere in this map was level 1 Magic Missile, how, Aura, how, swap, and how.
Or you could also max the Aura.
Yeah, you either max the Aura, or you max the how. You don't max stun because it looks like we might have some dive. Shadow Fiend is running in. Do we have a Fisher being dropped? No, they just want this tower. Ring of Poseidon is not turned on. Not too sure what X is doing there. So kind of a little bit fail here going on top of EHome. But yeah, let's go back to the Vengeful Spirit. The reason that you could leave her Magic Missile at level 1 is because it's stunned for 1.75 seconds no matter how many times you've leveled it back here. And the damage, it's not, well, you don't really care about the damage, but the mana cost was also ridiculously low, 95 for 1 stun. So you could practically leave it at 1 and use your other spells. We see Stormster zipping it against the, wow, what a good stun, but that Soul Assumption coming in from afar, and that is going to be a very easy kill. Does he have more mana? No, he doesn't, and that is a very, very easy kill being claimed by YYF. And that is the power of Storm Spirit. You just kind of isolate positioning, and positioning was basically everything.
Oh, people, I tell you, don't play with Luminous Storm Spirit. He'll have like 600 mana and be 1 centimeter away, and he will say like, I can't jump or I am out of mana.
No, man.
It's like he's not doing it like
that. I would jump if I have I would jump if I have CH, GX, and Shuriken backing me up. But I only have scrubs, so.
Okay. Don't trip. We see Power Tower getting pushed because yes, Avenged decided to better leave the lane, trade the top for a mid tower. Good decision there. They don't even try to defend, and we see ZSMJ on the bot lane actually being in some trouble. He's only at 34 creeps, and I think this was a point where many people started to criticize ZSMJ. Like, he was playing weak for quite a big period of time, and I think this is just when it started. Like, he used to be the mega good farmer, but when 2009 after 2009's departure, kinda, I don't know, kinda stopped farming that well, and he's almost killing Venomancer, but
no, he needs to back up right now. So we see 4 people coming. Shadow Fiend with Invis from level 9, Shaker level 4, and Vengeful Spirit level 5 as well. This Necrolite is going to get ganked if he doesn't have any help. Witch Doctor does have a TP scroll. Let me check out TP scroll on all these heroes. Lina does not right now. I'm sure she'll buy one in the base. Storm Spirit also has a TP scroll. Visage getting a little bit of farm. Visage Bird do so much damage. I don't think the bird was ever nerfed, right? Yeah, they're gonna hurt right now.
Yeah, yeah, it will hurt really hard. I think the damage got nerfed. I guess it did. Or actually, the stun. I think the stun got nerfed. The damage is still the same, I say.
So I think like maybe 95% of you guys are like, "Yo, Luminous, I thought this was old and epic games. I don't see any epic shit. It's only 1-to-1." Yeah, this is
Chinese. Epic in Chinese is different.
It's different. It doesn't happen till 4 more hours later. Then Epic next starts. But right now, what we can say about this is both teams is positioning very well. The reason that not many stuff is dying is because they're positioning so well. And just evident by those 2 spells being dropped, it is going to be impossibly difficult to push against Shaker and Sniper. No, they're going to be diving in right now. Where is the Stormster? Stormster zips in against the Shadow Fiend. They need to kill him quick before he pops his Invis. He is dead. Wall initiation. Shaker goes down. He drops 1 stun though. Can Sniper do too much? No, Sniper can't do anything as we see 2 kills being claimed instantly. I want to point out how quickly that teamfight started and how quickly that teamfight ended. Chinese player, or right now, the Chinese game we're watching is so good in terms of focus firing, knowing what target they need to focus. The spells are flying off instantly, and there's no time for the other guys to recover. And as long as you get jumped by Storm Spirit, you are done. And that's why he is one of the strongest heroes in this map right now.
Yeah, and he's actually letting me down. Yeah,
By buying a no talisman.
Yes. X, why? But okay, he also has a magic wand, and I think in this map, magic wand is still an item. I think there were discussions on Gosu Gamers, like on the news page. So-called pro players were posting their opinions on magic wand being OP and ruining the whole game. Because in this map, you get charges 1,600 range away from you, and even if it's in the fog.
Yes, freaking OP.
Yeah, now it's only 1.2k, and you don't get it when it's in the fog. So.
And guess what they write right about now? Oh, smoke of the seat, OP.
Oh,
I think that was like 3 months ago, right?
Is ranged Vanguard here actually already introduced?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Well, the Stout Shield is ranged. Look at the Stout Shield on there. Look, bot lane, no cast, right. No cast. They're gonna use the ult just for the stun. There's a cast. We have a TP going from the bot, and there's an ult coming in from as well. He's not gonna get a TP out because CH, or is it GX? GX, microing like a champ right there. Well done.
No, CH.
CH,
CH microing like a champ.
Okay, whatever. They all microing like champ.
Yeah. And we see, what do we see here? We see Vengeful Illusion scouting a little bit. Ex-Sniper, 59 creeps, which is okay. Picked up power threat so far. But at the moment, LGD is coming out of this ahead. But maybe want to talk a bit about Shadow Fiend. Why is he so good in this map? Want me to do it?
Yeah, you do it. You know more about Shadow Fiend.
Okay, then I can tell you, Shadow Fiend will be used. He won't be completely useless, but almost useless for the first 18 minutes of the game. Usually it's 18, sometimes it's 19 or 20, but at that point you get your BKB. And then you're such an unstoppable force to be reckoned with. Like, in team fights, you're about to rape everyone. Especially against this lineup. They don't have any damage against BKB right now. And so what Scourge is actually looking for, they wait for the Shadow Fiend to get level 14, and after that they can just team fight, and they can create room for the sniper to farm all day long, farm everywhere, because they can choose to take every fight with 4 people, or maybe even with 5, and if they take it with 5, then we'll need some exceptional play from Storm being able to pick off the SF before he uses BKB, but that's very, very, very unlikely, and SF is probably just going to rape. So right now we're just gonna wait for the BKB and then expect EHome to take on LGD.
Yep, unless Burning makes a huge mistake of not activating the BKB as he sees the Storm Surge zips in. I don't think the Storm will be able to get to him before he presses the BKB. Another reason that the BKB Shadow Fiend is so strong is because in this metagame the supports are so damn weak. They are always running around. They don't ever find a lane to farm because you give it to your carry and your 2 semi-carry. That's kind of like a 3-1-1 that we're playing, right? The Visage is getting most of the EXP and farms, the Storm Surge, and the Necrolite. And because of that, your supports are so weak in terms of not having enough HP, and that Shadow Fiend ult is just basically going to decimate them. You see 750 HP on the Witch Doctor, and the Lina 720 HP, and that's kind of the issue they have to deal with. Of course, they do have quite a bit of healing. They have a mecha finish on the Necrolite, and also they have the healing waves, healing pulse. But really, if you die in one hit, it doesn't matter how much healing you got. So looks like we are going to have a engagement on the bot lane here. And I don't see any kind of big item being formed up. Shadow Fiend does have his BKB. Let me see. He's have 800 gold. I assume he has the hammer. And yeah, I think he does have his hammer. So maybe 500 away from that BKB. So this is the last free tower, really, that LGD could take right now.
Yep, and they're working hard on that pipe of the Visage, and we see the engagement by Swordsman going on.
Yes, he's gonna zip the Venomancer. You need to kill him before he uses. Oh, there's a swap lightning quick reflex, except that hits Jack Squad. So that's kind of alright.
Over. Short action.
No action.
Alright, so Pipes on Visage is about to finish. Actually, Lina already has treads, which is pretty good for the support in this map. 31 creeps on Shuriken here, so decent.
Shuriken be saying, "Oh, I'm just pushing." Not taking creep, just pushing. But here goes, Storm zips in again. He needs to pull. He does pull right now. Shaker needs to be focused down very quickly. Let's see if they're going to use their ult. He goes down. The chain stun of LGD is impeccable right now. Whoever Storm grabs, he is dead unless 820 has something to say about this. Another tower goes down. I don't think they can push anymore. It may seem like they can, but they really cannot because Shadow Fiend is en route. He already has the BKB finish, I'm sure. And he does. Yes, he does. So that is going to be the end of the team fight. They did get one more tower from that. So I think right now, in terms of what LGD should do is tab out, go read some manga, because it's going to be 60 more minutes of farming.
Well, we see Roche attempt right now from the Scourge, which is a really... Well, they have the BKB finish on the Shadow Fiend, so I guess it's okay. They seem to be pretty sure LGD can't take on them right now, and seems like LGD...
No, they really cannot. I mean, because Shadow Fiend ult, they do have the Necrolite ult. I guess you could use it to cancel it, but it only delays it because, you know, because the Shadow Fiend is still going to cast it anyways, and the first BKB duration is that. And there's the Aegis, and there's some issue now. Like, what do you do against this? You could kill him once, he comes back alive with the BKB ult, and by that time, half your team's dead.
Yeah, and the problem right now for LGD is they can't do anything. They can only wait for the next rush. There's nothing else they could do because those guys will run around in those stacks of 4 and 1. They'll be behind their support all the time, or X will. There's no smoke, so X, if he sees the map, he can farm safely for sure. And they'll just stick together, and LGD can't do shit because there's that Aegis and the BKB on the Shadow Fiend. So this is 10 minutes for EHome, farm, get items.
Yep. And not to mention that the Scourge support hero are probably the best 2 heroes that you want to have to keep a carry alive. The Shaker for some general AoE control, and the Swap for the single target. So if the Stormster ever want to go on the Sniper, that Venge is going to be right on top of it. So EHome picking, true to their form, picking like the most turtle heavy lineup. They really abuse the range, abuse the positioning, and just abuse the fact that they have many skills to save the carry. So they dictate how this game is going to go in terms of the long, slow farm and tempo. It's not like LGD, they can't, it's not like LGD, they don't want to go in and kill everyone. It's just they can't. So, you know, EHome hero picking well and playing well right now.
Yep. And we see X-Sniper going for Mantis style, so maybe we should mention in this map it's still the good Mantis style. Like, it's not split it into range and melee yet, so this will be the short cooldown of 35 seconds and the high illusions damage of 33%.
Yep, and that 33-second Manta is gonna, every 30 seconds there's a wave to spawn, so basically you could use it every single wave to defend. And just imagine how annoying it will be to have 3 810 range sniper illusions, or 2, just shooting down the hill. And by late game, the damage is actually very impressive. So, not too much you could do about it.
And can you stop trolling, please?
What?
Like, LGD support so weak. Look at that Lina. Holy smokes.
Well, he does have the Blink Dagger, and I think they are going to use it as a secondary initiation after the storm jumps. It just depends where that fissure is in terms of whether it stops like half the team. If it does, that Shadow Fiend could just basically walks in with his G status, BKB, and then just like, lol, where you at? But it looks like Sentinel's still pushing very aggressively. There's a scatter shot. Is this still called scatter shot? Was it called scatter shot?
Yeah, it is. And well, why? Before we said Sentinel can't do anything right now. But
they're pushing. Why? I'm not too.
They know they actually can't do anything. Like, I mean, can't do anything sounds like they'll lose every team fight for sure. But it's going to be hard for them to win the team fight. But if they just wait 10 minutes, Sniper and SF will rape them late. That's pretty sure. Like, there's absolutely no real right-click power except for the Storm Spirit maybe. And well, Necrolite is not a real right-click hero. It's more like a tank that slowly does some damage. So they have to try something, and I think that's why they are pushing the tower. But the way they do it, it's really defensive. They ensure Scourge can't engage on them with a swap or anything, and they don't try to engage themselves. Like, a bad team would have tried to engage here, win the fight, then grab the tower, but they say, okay, we just damage the tower, get it down by to 60% or something, then we go back and defend our lanes, because they can engage us if we do it right, play correctly, and we don't want to engage.
And I'm not too sure whether EHome want to, like, even if like A20 sees an opportunity to swap, I don't think he will. He's like, you know what, we don't need to fight, it's fine, we'll just turtle and farm. Now as long as we defend our tower, we're fine. So I mean, again, the whole purpose.
Mutual agreement. Yeah,
mutual agreement. We're kind of just pushing, but not really. It's just like for show. But they're gonna go at it again. Here's this mid tower. I think this mid tower is gonna be alive for the next 80 minutes, so we're good. Venomancer has a Vanguard finish. Vengeful Spirit has Jezebel Dragon String Treads finish on the Shaker. You see, everyone's just grabbing HP items because they know whoever lasts the longest in these team fight is gonna win. Really, BKB is finished on the Storm Sword though, so that is a very, very key item. I think the focus that they need to initiate on, if they do initiate on, is gonna be that Venomancer, because the Venomancer level 11 ult, it's gonna hurt. Especially if you're Lina with 700 HP, especially if you're Witch Doctor with 800 HP, it's just gonna hurt.
Go for the Shaker.
Well, he's gonna go for the Shaker. Where's the BKB? BKB is popped. There's a BKB ult from the Shadow Fiend, and it's not doing as much damage as we see. Wow, Storm Spirit is just going all over the place. It's gonna pick off the Vengeful Spirit as well. He's gonna just zip out. And it looks like Sentinel is the one that's gonna win the team fight, as we see Venomancer very, very low. Do we have a Blink Dagger from the Lina to follow? No, her Blink Dagger is canceled right now. So very, very strong play from that Storm Spirit. You can see how single-handedly it's gonna turn the team fight around. He has a regen rune. He's gonna just go in. He's gotta be very careful that the regen rune doesn't get canceled. It does. So it's really out of mana at this point, but they got that tower for themselves. So Storm Spirit, despite what we're saying, zips in for that Shaker, isolate that big AoE damage, and because there's no AoE stuns, they could just all go in. No, we have a buyback. Who is this? Brave mother effort. It is going to be the Shaker. Gets completely nuked down, and that's going to be yet another kill, and they actually could go at this. I think EHome is making a huge mistake right now. They're storm zipping against the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit is going to go down to a couple more hits. They do. Sniper need to get focused, and actually the oh my gosh, Shadow Fiend goes down. He does have the Aegis, so that's fine. Maybe they're going to try to kill him one more time. I don't think they can. I don't think they should even try for it. Yeah, I think he's going to be fine. I think all they wanted to do right now at this point is to get the tower and just come back alive. Get the tower and get the hell back. And they are... No, there's a glyph. And I think, yes, the Venomancer is going to go down as well. So Scourge is basically throwing out their lives to defend this tower for as long as possible. But I think it's not working out too well, because all 5 Sentinels are still alive, and they could even make for the high ground right now.
Yes, there was a kind of bad team fight, but the thing was, picking off Earthshaker was pretty good. And while they did it, basically they had only Storm do it. And I think they fought the fight because they had the regen rune.
Yes.
I think that was the main reason for it, because they knew Storm could pick up the ES, go back after that, and still fight. Else...
It's like having a free Aegis, basically.
Yes, yes, it's... like... if you're Storm, and... well, in comparison to a gun, you don't have only one magazine, you have 2. Or, yeah.
Sick analogy.
I don't know. What?
Sick analogy. Best one I've ever heard.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Alright, so 10 to 1 from 5 to 1. So 5 to 0 fight basically. And I think there was no buyout though. I think the ES just respawned because he was level 7 at that point.
Yes, I think that's the case. So very good stun by the Lina, just timing it perfectly. Right when the Shaker arrived and just got stunned. Let's look at some item progressions here. We do have Manta finish on the Sniper. Looks like the Shadow Fiend is going to pick up his ultimate orb. And then that's just pretty much it. We have a Vanguard Cloak on the Venomancer. Meanwhile, on the Sentinel, Blink Dagger on the Lina. Urn on the Witch Doctor. BKB and an Orb on the Storm Spirit. And looks like we're going to see a Hex from ZSMJ pretty soon. Despite what we're talking about ZSMJ, he's playing pretty well. I mean... 160 CS, not the best CS, at least kind of, you know, not his 50 minutes, 720 creep kill status, but, you know, he's doing fine this game, and looks like CH has a pipe finish, and I think he's, what is he going for next? He still have another headdress, but they already have Mecha and pipe, so I'm a little bit confused.
Maybe,
just to stack it?
Maybe just the headdress.
Just to stack, yeah.
Like, we used to go for Buckler and Mecher back then against that minus armor strats, and that was pretty good.
Yes.
Like, you would just get Buckler and some support, and, well, the mech on utility hero. That's pretty good shit.
Nowadays it doesn't stack anymore, so don't try that anymore. Yeah. But back here, works.
Certainly. And before I was like, oh, late game, I don't see any point for Sentinel, how they can win there. But actually, I just realized they have 2 natural hex carries,
yes,
which is great advantage in late. They have the Storm and the Necrolite, while there's no real hex carry on the on the Scourge. SF probably the best hero there to go for a Hex. Because I don't think Venomancer will farm it.
And I think what Scourge... Well, I think right now the most important hero on Scourge team, in my opinion, is that Shaker, to be honest. I think if he survives long enough to drop out a single Fissure, it really disrupts the tempo of the Sentinel team fight. So what I want to see him to do is not even go for a Blink Dagger. Just go for Mass, Bracers, Vanguard if you actually could get one, Vit Booster. Just anything to stay alive, or just go for a buyback. And help out the team out that way. But I don't think the buyback is a good route, because like what we've been talking about, these team fights are decided so quickly that even when you buy back and TP back in, that's at least 5 more seconds for the Sentinel team to decide, hey, should we want to run? We just saw Shaker buyback, or do we keep fighting? So I think he needs to tank up.
Actually, you can use this technique here. You really can like force that you're picked off first, and I mean, if you're quick and they're Chinese, so they are quick, you're back in 3 seconds. That's what that's the time the TP takes. So it's actually a thing you could do, and the good thing about it will work every time because no buyback cooldown, so you can really rely on it. But it seems like this guy is buying braces all over.
Well, it's pretty expensive to go that way, so I'm not saying. I don't think Shaker has the biggest income.
Come on, level 8. That's nothing.
No, I think buyback was changed. It's not only time, or it's not only levels, but also time, right? So as the game goes on longer. No, I think it was back then before too.
No, not even. No. It doesn't even have the cooldown.
No, I think the cooldown was added much later, but the.
I think it was changed in 690. I would say that maybe it scales with time as well, but it's still not expensive. Okay, I'm right. You're wrong.
7151 Luminous 0. And it looks like Sentinel trying to get the second incarnation of Aegis, Roshan, and that's kind of what you were talking about earlier. But instead of that, instead of waiting for that second Roche, they just kind of rate face. It's still 10-1, and I wonder who got the first guy. They're up here right now. The wards being so damn annoying, and that's why Venomancer was really popularized, that ward.
Yep, and to be honest, I'm not even sure if they want to go for Roche themselves or if they rather just want to wait. Like I think right now they just want to wait until Scourge tries to do Roche, and then they want to intercept them. So that's why we see Lina here with some nice mana region, almost having Yules finished, is going to push that lane. So it's pretty cool to see, and always see some engagement.
Yeah, engagement is going to be happening soon as we see Venge. Is he going to swap? No, there's a Hex before do any swap. They need to focus. Yes, Storm zips in for the Shaker. Good focus. They need to focus on Shaker. Shaker does drop one stun. Shaker is going to end up going down to a Storm Spirit for sure. Wow, Shaker still alive. A Storm Spirit wasted so much time. I know I focused nothing but on the Storm. You can see Storm is forced to go out. And because Storm Spirit wasn't able to polish off the Shaker, because of that, he was dropped out of the Fissure. And I think that was what caused the Scourge team to win that team fight. Well, I say win a team fight, but it's 2-for-2 trade.
And you know what I like?
Yes.
Supports and Storm survive.
Yeah.
Supports and Storm survive from Sentinel. The important heroes go down. So
that just means good focus fire from EHome, right?
That means yeah, good focus fire from EHome, or well, EHome only lost the Venge, I guess, and who else? The Shaker.
Yeah, they lost Venge and Shaker.
Yeah, so that was a good trade in general for them, and we have the Yules finished now on Lina, which will be really helpful in terms of just cycloning somebody from the Scourge team out for 2.5 seconds. And yes, we see Scourge going for Roche now.
Yeah, Scourge is trying to take advantage of the fact that Sentinel really have to TP and walk a long way to the Roshan area. That is the good advantage of being on the Scourge side. But we do have Invisible Lina with Blink Dagger and Steel Cyclone, kind of like a very survival based build. I'm not sure whether she's going to use it like that though. I think you got to be very careful. You don't ever know if there's going to be sentry wards around. Venomancer has Vanguard Hood being picked up, and looks like Earthshaker is going to go just brace her up. Like no one's business. Can just stack HP. And he realized, hey, if the Storm can't kill me, we're good. Really, that Storm Spirit wasted too much time in my opinion to hit that Shaker. But that's the only valid target that he could really focus. Who are you gonna do next instead? Sniper? Or I don't think he could do too much. He gets too focused now.
Yeah, probably. And right now this is the standard Roche camping where Sentinel is in such a big disadvantage. You see here, like the ramp still so small. And What else was changed? I think there was more change than just the ramp.
I think it was just a ramp,
Do you
to be
remember?
honest.
Only the ramp, okay. Right. So, yeah, it's always very annoying, but in this case, it's okay for the Sentinel because there's no engagement on Scourge. There's just no engagement. They don't need to fear to be engaged. They only want to get engaged on.
Yep. Scourge says, "Come at me, bro. We have 8 skills to survive." Meanwhile, Sentinel is like, we want to jump, but I wonder what Storm's next item would be, what Necro's next item would be, because they are getting quite a bit of farm, and at least enough farm where they could go for a next tier 4 item. Any good suggestions?
I think for Necrolite it'll be probably just the standard Hot or Shiva, I guess.
Okay.
And Storm Spirit will... Well, you need mana return, right? So I guess it'll be Orchid or yeah, Orchid or Linken's.
I think Shiva's is gonna be picked up on either Necro or Storm. So Shiva isn't bad for Storm, especially
for Storm. It's not that good because it doesn't give you regen.
That's true. That's true. But of course, I suppose I always like to do the cool thing where you pop your Shivas as you're balling in, and like the whole fucking map gets Shiva. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Orchid is gonna be the best choice though, because then you could ignore the Shaker really for 5 seconds, and if you're gonna hex him after, that's 3 more seconds to worry about. So.
And if you heal him after that, it's 2.5 more seconds.
Yeah, change them.
Then
Perfect.
we're already at 10.5, and then Necrolite can hex him, and then we are at.
And then the fight's done.
Wow. Okay. So, we see Witch Doctor has a gem and a cloak. Cloak is good. I like cloak here. Apparently, it's not going to help him out later against Sniper, but right now it helps him out so well against the Venomancer and the SF ult.
No Ghost Scepter in this game either, so that's kind of the issue against right-click DPS on the Scourge team. Scourge right now on the Shadow Fiend has a lifesteal. Sniper's got
no Ghost Scepter
in this game, in this map. Is that true?
E-Blade here.
Oh shoot, is it?
They even if how would they build their E-Blade?
I don't think E-Blade was introduced here, right? Or
it was like. Okay, guys. I tell you something now. We prepared a bit for this game by reading the changelog.
Okay, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Okay, let me tell you this. Even if there's Ghost Scepter in this game, I've never seen them buy it. So either they dumb or it's not here.
To be honest, I don't think the Asian carries right-click the supports first. I think they right-click the imported heroes first.
They do. They do. So why doesn't Necrolite get one? It's not bad. Especially if you're Necrolite.
Maybe he will, but I don't. Right now, I don't think he is that much trouble with the right-click damage.
He just died the last 3 fights. Just saying.
The last 3. He
last
died.
one.
Right.
Last one fight.
He even had only one death. So, come on.
A lot of hero movements on both sides, and this is really true to This is 2010 Chinese Dota. No fights.
Yep.
12-3. Why is it epic? Oh, we'll have to wait and see, right? This game.
Because it's Chinese.
It's Chinese.
I still like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, seriously though, it gets epic.
I like it, even though there's like nothing going on right now, because it's just strategic wise, it's perfect play.
Yep.
Every team is doing so exactly accordingly, and the cool thing is you never know how the team fights will go. Like there's one big team fight every 60 minutes, but it will be thrilling for sure.
And it's gonna last 2 seconds, really. It looks like, wow, you see that ward being dropped, and A20 says, "Get the fuck out."
What? Where?
This is right on the bot. You see that sentry ward?
Oh,
it's a sole survivor. That observer ward before it lasted like 2 seconds, really. And if you look, okay, we're kind of just joking around and not really talking about the game, but if you're paying attention in terms of hero movements, you see Scourge mostly moving in a big pack. Meanwhile, Sentinel, they're taking a little bit more liberty in terms of moving more in the map, and that's the advantage you have as an initiating team. The Scourge team don't really want to initiate, even though they have the Venge, even though they have Shaker, they don't want to initiate. So, and because of that, Sentinel says, hey, we know you're not going to be breaking out fights, so we will just take farm over the map. And as soon as you see as soon as the Scourge team notice that the Sentinel team is split up, they go for a big push mid, not just to get the tower, or not trying to get the tower, but going for a little bit more positional advantage. They want more of the map to themselves, and by pushing the creep waves farther and farther away, you get a little bit more map control. So they're trying to go back into jungle now. It looks like they might be actually fighting the mid lane now. They notice that the Storm might be on the top lane. If they could get a swap off right here, nope, there's a swap right now. That Visage is gonna be dead for sure. Is he gonna? Yeah, he's dead. The Birds is gonna be feeding Go as well. I wonder if he has buyback. He doesn't. And actually, this is gonna be a 4v5 team fight. This is actually huge, considering that double damage is on the Shadow Fiend. Considering that Sniper's got MKB Manta, they could lose Rax right here and right now.
Yep, 30 seconds, and here's a lot of damage coming out. I think they'll go to fight. I think they'll fight.
They have to fight this.
And maybe risk dying. Yes.
They have to fight this right now. Glyph is popped right now. Let's see who is the Storm gonna focus. Is he gonna focus on the Shaker? Shaker, by the way, got double bracer, strength shreds, 1400 HP. Witch Doctor, a little bit out of position, is gonna get stunned. This is time for the Storm to jump. He is jumping right now. Need to pop his BKB. He's focusing on the Sniper. Great choice as they both focus on the Sniper. That is the other target is Lina right now. Stormster is zipping out. He needs to go back. They get kill the Sniper, but Sniper buys back immediately. He's walking all the way. No, he's actually defending bot. Necrolite just dies. Lina trying to backstab Cyclones, the Shadow Fiend, but looks like Lina's gonna go down as well. Necrolite buys back. Stormster is gonna TP right. Necrolite in position, but he's getting out TPS right now. Stormster zips in from a mile away, picks off the Shaker, gonna go on the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend is gonna be dead. He does have the Aegis, but right now I think he's a little bit out of position. There's no one to help him now, and he is gonna go down to the continuous around the barrage coming from the Scourge team. Shadow Fiend says, "Fuck that, right click, Rax, come on." Oh, he's just farming. Okay.
No, he right clicked the creeps, and I like that. He knew he was so dead, and he's like, "Oh, 2 range creeps. Why shouldn't I take them before I die?" It's absolutely legit. The best thing you can do there.
And I think this is a foreshadowing of the fact that buyback at 6.7 was nerfed like a fuck ton. 4-minute cooldown because these Chinese players save a million gold. Was it a 6.9?
We still saw it in the 6.7, I guess. 6.7.
What?
It was nerfed in 6.7.0.
The fuck you talking
when
about?
It was nerfed.
This is 6.8 and there's no cooldown buyback.
This is 6.70. That's when it was nerfed. And this is
6.68. Okay, all right, that's fine. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
After I think WDC, SMM, Ice Frog was like, no, this can't happen. Chinese Secret need a nerf. So I'm positive that was his mindset. Like,
Well, yeah. But we still saw it on the international. We saw Chinese fucking expert at using buybacks. We saw EHome do it all the time. They'll die on purpose just to buy back.
I don't know if they die on purpose, but they make those buyback count.
That's what we really saw doing sometimes. Like running in, just dying, not even popping BKB, just to buy out and TP back in immediately and then pop BKB.
And then rape. No, if you actually take the first barrage of the spells, especially like an ultimate spell, then I say it's worth it completely.
Yeah, it completely is, and well, yeah, I just can't say no one's so good on using buybacks, and we see Storm going in on the Venomancer right now.
You're a little bit ahead right now. Where's the Storm? Storm's still on my screen, not going. He is going in right now. Gonna focus on the Venomancer. They missed the stun. They need a Laguna, but he still drop off his ults because he got Vanguard Hood, and now the Storm is gonna go down because he's being focused right now. Swap goes on the Necro. Necro does have a Ghost Scepter. What is that? Is that a Ghost Scepter? No, I don't know what it is, but he's dead.
It's a Ghost Scepter.
Oh, look at that. Prevent. I know what these guys are doing. Man. It has nothing to do with the fact that I casted this game once before with Ian James Barnett, but no, that was like a year and something ago. So really, I don't remember exactly what happened in this game. I just remember it's epic, so that's why I'm casting
it. And it's R.
And an R, and the fact is LGD versus EHome in the height of both of these teams. Well, I wouldn't say it's height of LGD, but definitely EHome was kind of on top of things right now. We see Satanic being finished on this Shadow Fiend. This Shadow Fiend starting to get a little bit out of hand because
this was even after WDC. I don't know what you're.
The hell, this is WDC qualifier.
This was after ESWC.
Okay.
I mean, so EHome on top of things. You're funny. EHome, fucking undefeated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, come on. The teams that went to ESWC, come on. I don't think they're even in the same league as EHome. Not make any other team look worse, but
Oh, LGD was in the
well,
same
I mean
league.
the teams that went to
Talking about
ESWC.
this, they're really nice.
Like no offense to TEG or DTS or.
And they just lost Rex, okay? Just.
I mean, come on.
Just saying.
Okay, they just lost Rex.
Okay, okay. Now we've talked about that. Now I'm happy. Go on.
All right, you know there's a Chinese saying. It somehow translate to. We lose 1 Rex, play the game like normal. Lose 2 Rex, it's okay. We still could come back. Lose 2 Rex, okay, time to GG. Like seriously, that's the mentality. Really, lose 1 Rex, let's play it like normal, no problem. I'm not even joking.
Yeah,
like
that's what you should do anyways.
Yep.
I mean, yep. So we've been talking about ESWC and the FTD in ESWC 2010. That was with 2000.
That was 2009.
And it was just EHome first team to play Tri-Lanes, and that's why they were on top of things.
Wait, ESWC when EHome played Trialing? Really? I don't remember that. Sorry.
Yes, there was like everyone's coming there and they're all afraid of. Oh my god, fucking 2009, awesome double lanes. You know when he always did that?
Oh, the 2-1-2.
Like Sven Lina.
Yeah.
Sven Lina on with who was that? CH and Sherigan always, and then he solo mid, and then have DX and ZSMJ. Oh no, YYF was always playing the double lane. YYF and yeah, YYF and Sherigan, I think they played the double lane. Then ZSMJ and CH would just farm at 1 lane, and he would do like the solo, preferably Raster or Shadow Fiend, and just create space for ZSMJ to farm even more. And everyone was so afraid, and then EHome just came and were like, you know what? Fuck this, we go tri-lane, and then they made the double lane, the aggressive double lane, they made them feed the whole game.
We're going to see engagement right now. Stormspirit is going to be initiated upon. He zips away. He's stunned. He pops a BKB a little bit too late. He has to get out, but he's gone from the fight. And now the entire Sentinel team need to back the hell up. There's no much initiation coming from the Scourge team. So that was nothing too big. Other than a BKB charge down and the fact that the Stormspirit can't join in the Roche fight. And the Scourge recognize that as well. And they're going to just go straight in for Roche, knowing the Sentinel can't do anything about it.
Yep, but Stormspirit trying to get back as fast as possible. Oh, but he got full mana right now.
Yeah, Lina trying to do some sick LSA action, does get 2 stuns, but I think the Shadow Fiend is going to claim it right now. A lot of nukes being dropped. Who gets the Aegis? It's going to be the Shaker. Smart. I gotta say, that was the smartest thing I've seen this game, as they're gonna focus down the Necro. The Necro very tanky, uses the Aegis immediately. Here comes the Stormspirit, grabs the Satanic of the Shadow Fiend. They're gonna pick him off. Stormspirit zips around like crazy, needs to focus down the Venge, needs to focus down the Sniper. Stormspirit is solo carrying this game right now. Gonna go on the Shaker. Shaker gonna go down as well, as we see LGD wins a team fight, but Scourge says F that. Buying back.
Buying back. But, I just want to make sure, did you just say ES Aegis, smartest thing in this game?
No, I gotta say, if he made it out there alive, that was smart. Because in a normal heads-up 5v5 fight, Shaker is still the most important target right now. Well, maybe.
Oh,
well,
come on, Sniper SF, 46 minutes in.
The thing is, they don't focus the Sniper Shadow Fiend though.
They did. They just
they focus the Shaker first. The Shaker was dead, and then they switch target. I think if the Shaker's alive, that is their prime target. First and foremost, their prime target. Because if you focus on the Sniper, if you focus on the Shadow Fiend, guess what happens? Half your team gets stunned, and whoever you're focusing gets swapped.
Storm focused on the carries first.
No. Well, I don't know what game you're watching, but he always focused on Shadow.
First, he zaps in, he pulls the Satanic from Shadow Fiend, and after that he went for Sniper.
Because the Shaker was dead.
Okay.
Oh, whatever. Okay.
I see. Whatever.
All right, let's get ourselves back in the game, because a lot of stuff has happened. Ghost Scepter on all of these guys. Okay, so. All right. Okay, let's talk about CS. 238 CS on that Necrolite. 314 on YYF. 90 on the Lina. Meanwhile, on the Scourge, 239 on the Shadow Fiend. 239 on the Sniper. So. Sentinel leading by farm by quite a bit. You can see that every tower is down. It's almost as the fact that the mid racks was gone, that like wasn't even part of this game. And I'm just saying, Lose one rack, play that shit like normal.
Yep. And I actually think in this map, Mega Creeps still give
No.
more bounty.
No.
More bounty.
I didn't.
You sure they don't?
I don't think. I'm sure they didn't.
Okay, alright. I think it was in the same map as the buyback nerf when it was reduced a little bit, but whatever.
Yep.
So yeah, we see right now YYF outfarming everyone like a champ.
I just want to point to this shaker right here. Look at his item. Sick play.
Close.
1900 HP. Mother effing cow. Tank.
Yep. Well, as you said earlier, you gotta make sure he drops his health.
Yeah, drops a stun, drops a.
And oh, we still have cheese on Shadow Fiend.
Yeah. Well, Shadow Fiend. I think he might actually better off give the cheese to Sniper in my opinion, because if he pop BKB and right click, that's his cheese right there. So
I think Sniper is. No, I think SF is more in the middle of the battle and will get focused.
Okay.
Down a lot easier. So,
fair enough.
So I would rather give it to SF.
So we see Scotty on the Sniper. 9 times out of 10, I hate this item because it doesn't do enough damage. But the issue isn't the damage right now, right? For EHome, I think surviving it is.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Survivability is, and also Scotty on Sniper right now, pretty good. I think. I mean, the slow is annoying as heck for Necrolite. He won't be able to get out, and so it is for the Storm. Like he got enough damage to right click that Storm down to 0 HP.
Oh, definitely.
You want to talk about a bit about MKB, True Strike turned off and headshot?
Oh sure, MKB. Well, we all know what headshot does, and we know what MKB does in terms of mini stun. But if you turn off the True Strike, there's some funny mechanics, involving buff placers and whatnot. But if you turn it off, basically your headshot and your MKB will stack very, very well. If you want to do the math, it basically 60-something% chance of the time it gives you a mini stun. Just think about how quickly Sniper attacks. Just think about what a mini stun does in terms of like if a 1v1 situation against another carry, if you mini stun them once, that's one attack that you're canceling. For Storm Thread, Storm Thread already requires so precise control. If you mini stun them once, it delays the zip for a little bit if he's trying to zip, So it's just a lot of stuff to deal with for the Sentinel. And you gotta keep in mind this mini stun is coming around from 810 range. Like it's ridiculous in terms of mini bashing, in terms of disabling and dealing a whole bunch of damage at the same time. So MKB, Manta, headshot, just sick stuff.
Yep, but right now MKB True Strike is turned on. Maybe it's because of the Skadi, because as you said, it's involving best places and stuff like that. So I guess X will know. I hope so at least.
I'm sure he does.
That's why he turned it on. Yeah. And well, so Sentinel right now only farming, and you want to know why? It's because they don't have buyback on Necrolite. They won't go anywhere without buyback on Necrolite. We see 3.6k gold on Lina. We see 1.4k on Visage and 1.1k on Witch Dog. Everyone's farming for buyout. Crazy.
Meanwhile, on Scourge, they don't have any of that. I'm actually a little bit surprised. This is very uncharacteristic of EHome. They're like, they should have like 8 buyback ready, combined in their whole team. But no, only Shadow Fiend's got the buyback. He looks like he spent a whole bunch of money on a Hyperstone. That is going to increase the DPS for quite a bit. And he's going to be going for AC.
Yep, which is a good decision, I guess. Goes well with Sniper, Venge, minus armor combo anyways. Like, go Sniper, no minus armor, but he may have, well, he's only dealing physical damage, so that's pretty good for him.
Oh.
And yeah, Venge, Terror, Shadow Fiend Aura already, so minus 13 armor combined, I guess. Or no, Whole? How was it? Was it minus 5 here in this map, or minus 4?
I think it was minus 5. Minus 5, I think. Well, a difference of 1 wouldn't make too much of a difference. So Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, so we are like minus 15.
Yeah.
Shadow Fiend is.
If he finishes the AC, so kind of ridiculous. So.
Yeah, pretty good because it will like 2 is aura, so like 2 times aura, and the whole will. Okay, that hits everyone as well, so should be fine. Minus armor should be on top of everybody, and Storm's actually going for Shivas because he has trouble with being right click right now.
Yeah, he sure does, because that's when that last team fight you saw, he went in, he got stunned once, by the Shaker. It's like a 1.5 second stun. In that duration, he lost all his HP, and he has quite a bit of HP. So, you know, he's have some trouble tanking right now, and he's gonna pick up a Shiva and try to mitigate that. Not only will he get more armor, but more importantly, he'll reduce the attack speed, aura-wise, on the Scourge team. It won't matter too much considering that they have, you know, Hyperstone, AC, and all that stuff. But every little bit helps. So that's what he's going for.
And wow, 450 creeps on my wife right now. That's so much. That's such a good farm, and we have 307 on SF, and it's 120 more. That's incredible.
Storm Spirit. I mean, when do you ever see Storm Spirit out farming a Shadow Fiend in this stage of the game and still have not lost yet? Right? They're down racks. Let's not get us wrong right now. It's 54 minutes into the game. I'm gonna be honest here, 7-5. I don't feel like I have casted 54 minutes. I feel like we're just talking, just kind of chilling. And it looks like he's gonna be zipping from a mile away. Gonna go for the Shadow Fiend. If they can pick up the Shadow Fiend, Laguna goes on him as well. They need to hex, and they don't kill him right now. He's gonna lifesteal back with Satanic, and that's absolutely huge. Looks like Stormbearer is out of mana at this point, but they use a Necrolite ult, and that's gonna be enough. Shaker walks in with a kind of half-assed ult, but that's gonna be enough for the sniper to right-click in the background. They are gonna pick off the Shaker as well. Venomancer might be going down to a Dragon Slave. Very well done by the Sentinel lineup. Do we have buyback coming in from the Sentinel? I don't think they do. Sniper Illusion, it's just handling this team. They're going to focus down on the Venge as well. And this game just got real, my friend.
Yeah, shit got real. And you know what? They're right now, they just gave the cheese to a Sniper. As we said earlier, so they did accordingly. That was why SF went down, even though it was close, man. Like when he popped that Satanic, I was afraid. I was
afraid for the Sentinel.
Really afraid. Yeah, afraid for. I'm rooting for the Sentinel right now, so I was just afraid.
I'm rooting for the Sentinel as well because 5 ints, 55 minutes in the game against Sniper Shadow Fiend, Venge, not gonna happen.
And also, not gonna happen. And I also think this Lina player is just so beautiful. Like this Lina is so damn efficient. It's sick.
Being every single team fight, LSA never missing, trying to bait out. Yeah, he did bait.
And finishing people off with Dragon Self all day, doing exactly hunting weak opponents that the Storm Spirit can actually focus on more important things, and that's just great.
They're going to try to focus on this Rex. Rex is going to end up going down. Shaker doing his best job to kind of delay as much possible, but I think they are going to get it. Let's see if they're going to pay for it with any of their lives. There's a Cyclone on the Shadow Fiend, and Lina just blinks out. So this game, 1 Rex for 1 Rex. Back, standard.
1 Rex for 1 Rex, yep. Oh, well, actually 2 Rex for gun for Sentinel.
No, come on, don't matter.
And we see Buckler. Do they have a mech yet?
They have a mech.
Oh, they don't, right?
No, they do. Nekola has a mech.
No, I am talking about
Scourge. I guess the Venomancer is gonna make the 60-minute mech. Always good.
It's not bad. It's 5 hours.
Yeah, I'm not even joking. Like
2 cheese incoming.
You remember like I saw someone just sold the cheese. I wonder if cheese stacks on your inventory. We'll see.
Oh wait.
Looks like cheese. One of the cheese gave to Shaker. The Aegis gave to Shadow Fiend, and the other cheese is on the Sniper. You could actually sell your cheese for 500 gold. I'm not sure why you would ever want to do that, but you can.
I think I did that. Like the one time I played Weaver or something.
Oh, were you up by like 80 kills, or you're gonna win for sure? I saw DGC did it once, and they weren't. I guess he just needed a buyback or some shit. But why you sell the cheese for a buyback? Your cheese is your fucking buyback. But whatever.
I don't know. Sometimes you're just better. I mean, it's an inventory slot, and it can sometimes be a very high cost to late game.
Yep. And here comes Scourge trying to finish the game. I think they're gonna go try to throw him at this point. They're like, fuck getting other Raxes. I mean, at this point of the game, I don't think creep means anything really. Both sides have enough right-click power to repel a push just creeps along. Of course, Sentinel will have a little bit more trouble with doing so, but they can do it as well. And let's see, Storm Spirit has how much go in the bank? 6,000 go in the bank right now, and that's a couple of buybacks right now. They're gonna try to, yeah, they are just going for the drone. Here comes the Storm Spirit, gonna focus on the sniper. They need to bring him down very quickly. He is gonna get right click down. Shadow Fiend drops the ult. I don't even know what's going on. I do see Storm Spirit is gonna go down. He zips back and use all of his mana, and he's basically gonna sue us right now. He's buyback right now. Who is he? Who's gonna be next to focus? Storm Spirit is gonna zip in right here, kills the Venomancer right off the bat. Gonna be focusing on the sniper right next as well, and he is out of BKB. He is gonna be in trouble. He's getting focused now by the Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend right clicking so much, the cast doing so much as well, and it looks like Cheese is gonna be used on the on the Shaker. Do we have a third buyback? Third buyback comes in from the Storm Spirit, gets 1 kill, gets a 2nd kill on the Shadow Fiend. Gonna focus on the Shaker right now as well, and that's 3 kill. Gonna focus now on the Shadow Fiend once again. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why we're casting this game.
4 lives, 4 kills. 4 lives, 4 kills. Incredible. Just dishing out all that gold for buyback. Like the one time he was low HP, then he waved out. He could have run back, but he still had mana, and he was like, fuck it. And then he went in again. And that was actually clever, because when you're buyback, you're spawned with full mana, full HP, so... And you'd like need to wait forever at the front end. So he's just like, fuck it, I'd rather die, because then I'm faster.
And that's
back in the battle.
That's exactly what you're talking about, dying on purpose to get that buyback and just go right back in with full mana. And he did that twice. Like, I mean, this guy has enough gold to buy out Valve right now. Like, really.
He could buy out again, and I think he'll just stack all that gold. I mean, if we look at his items,
he's not gonna get anything else, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. So he'll just buy back all over and over, and I think that's a good decision, because he can hardly get any more efficient than right now.
Oh, he's efficient right now. I don't even know. Yeah, but the items that he's gonna get is not gonna be as game changing as a buyout, in my opinion. And I think that's what you're trying to say, right?
Yes. That's what I'm trying to say. And well, yeah, that TP scroll, you gotta carry it around. Maybe you could sell your boots if you really want a new item, but that's the only thing, I guess. I'd rather go without boots than without a TP scroll, to be honest. Yep. And we saw AC being finished on Necrolites.
I guess if you really want a last item, I say Blade Mail. It's a cheap item. It would do something in this game, to be honest, because he is getting focused. But I guess in this such late in the game, it doesn't matter too much anymore, right?
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter, because most people either have lifesteal or tons of HP, and yeah, I think it's just not that good. And I mean, it's even the weakest blade mail that ever has been there.
Yep.
Like, it's the 3.5 seconds blade mail.
Scourge coming in, trying to win the game right now. They know, even though they just got raped in this team fight, that's solely based on the fact that Storm Spirit had 18 buybacks. Now, hopefully, he's only got 2 left. So they're going to try this one more time. No, they're going to back off. So, interesting. I mean, if they just went for the drone, the fact that Storm Spirit's only got 1 buyback? Yeah, he's only got 1 buyback. I think they could have made it happen, but no, they're going to just play safe.
Oh man, he kills 1 guy and then he got 2 buybacks.
That's true. That's true.
So... he actually, or only from the assist gold he'll get if someone dies. I think that'll be actually.
Well, he also loses a bunch of gold though when he dies, so.
Yeah, but I think your buyout is cheap in this map. You should remember that. It's still cheap. Like, it's not that fucking 2K. You have.
I think it's 2K.
No, don't think it's that high in this map. That was later, I would say. This was really the map where you could just buy out, and buy out again. I mean, he had 6K before, and he bought out twice.
And he had 2K left. But he got an ultra kill, so I think it kind of comes down to 2K each. So, well...
Yeah, 2K each buyback with losing gold. That's
right, but he got an ultra kill, and that kind of mitigate for the losing gold, so... I'm assuming it's 2K. Well, I'm sure someone in the chat, someone in the comment section could kind of tell us, let us know whether it's around... Yeah. What the time scales with the buyback? I think it does. 7.5 doesn't, but we'll if you know, let us know, please, because it's actually very curious. Smart item choices.
What did you just say? Buyback scales with time 7.5 doesn't?
Right. That's what we agreed upon.
I just
right?
understood that. Like, huh?
Yeah. The reason you're saying it's pretty cheap is because because buyback doesn't scale with go, right? Time, right?
Alright, okay, alright. I just thought you made some dumb joke about me, but apparently you didn't.
I'm talking about buyback. No time for a joke right now. This game's intense. Lena's looking for someone. Got a mystic stab. I think she's actually going for Hex. Like,
Yeah, she
this
is.
Lena is beautiful to watch, really.
Yep, absolutely. Visage. I don't know about Visage right now. Not so efficient in my opinion. Has the Vlad for the nice aura, has the pipe, but the nukes are not giving too much to his team. It's only 4 seconds cooldown, but it's also
It doesn't
only
do any more.
how much damage?
Like,
350?
it doesn't do enough to make a difference, really. But that's the problem with the hero. He wins you lanes, and he gives you a strong mid game, but after that, he's, I mean, at least compared to Shadow Fiend and Sniper, right? He doesn't do too much of anything. But same thing with the Venomancer.
Yeah.
What is the Venom ult going to do at this point of the game? Nah. I mean, it might hurt the supports a little bit.
Yeah,
That's it.
It actually hurts. And, well, he has some more right click power at least. I mean, Visage is such a bad attack animation. Venomancer, his slow is annoying for the carries. Like, really, really annoying. And he's dealing some serious damage. Like, more serious damage than Visage at least.
Okay, so let's kind of put ourselves back in the game. Who is leading right now? Who's the stronger team and who's leading? Does the answer to the two questions are the same answer or different?
I can't tell because right now I feel like everything can happen. Like if we look at the gold, SF can buy back. I think Sniper actually can buy back once as well, and Storm could buy back twice at least. Lena could buy back.
Well, if Storm dies in this fight, I think he just buys back, buy BOT, and come back in. So that's one.
I think if he dies in that fight, they'll try to get out of the fight at first hand. Like they won't fight it any longer. The problem is, if you buy out while you are offensive, like at the enemy base, then you will have a hard time getting back.
Right.
In
so
time.
he
But
sells
if you're
shreds and buy
defensive,
BOT.
then yeah, but then that's a whole buyback for him.
No, well, Storm has a double damage. Let's see if they're gonna try to make something happen. Both teams are just turtling, and this is not the standard. You know, oh yeah, let's put up wards and turtling. This is legit stuff. Because if you lose a fight now, yeah, you have buybacks, but the time of buyback and TPing back in, that might just be half a Rax or even a full Rax. So both teams are just being extremely careful. They're moving around the map, just farming for whatever buyback they can, and we are seeing some uncharted waters right now. Supports are getting items that we never see. Carriers are just maxing out in a pro game, which is, you know, almost unseen before. So this is some crazy Dota we're gonna see.
Yep, and the problem simply is right now it's so much harder to push than to defend. So I think actually both teams would like to defend, and I think LGD is the team that is doing something here because they have the engagement. I guess
they have the what? You
still
cut out a
feel
little
the
bit. We didn't hear you.
I said I think Sentinels wants to do the engagement because they're still afraid of the right click power, but actually both teams would like to defend because it's so much easier. Defending so much easier at this stage of the game than pushing.
Yeah, let's talk about a couple of reasons why defending might be easier. Of course, they have to come up to a small chokehold. They're all clumped up. Your AoE spells will hit a lot easier. You have a hill to work with. You have when they hit uphill, they have to deal with a 25% miss chance. They have to deal with fog, whereas you see exactly where they're coming from. So you have good positioning. They don't, so that's why defending is a lot easier. Oh, it looks like he's gonna go in right now for that Shaker. Shaker at half HP. He has to zip out, and that's it. He tried it, didn't work. Get the fuck out.
Alright, next try.
Next try.
And then until something cool happens, like 10,000 crit from Storm. Shake it in.
Actually, would crit matter in this game?
Whatever.
Should he get crit?
MKB better, I think. And surprisingly, no butterfly at a Sentinel yet. But
well, they've had 5 in, so we're gonna put the butterfly on.
At Sentinel, I mean at
Scourge.
I'm sorry. No butterfly on Sniper or SF, but I think that's just logical, right? Because there's no right click power on the Sentinel.
I guess Storm has a little bit, but not enough to warrant a butterfly purchase. And looks like Storm is gonna be getting that Aegis for the first time. Cheese is gonna be picked up by Lena. This is. I thought Necro was gonna get it for sure, but he's stacked out, so no slots. So, okay. So, the 4 previous Roshan, was it 4? This is the 5th one, right? This is this is the third one with cheese.
This is number 4.
Yeah, so this is
yeah.
this is number 5.
No,
5.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 5.
So all 4 previous Roshan was gotten by Sentinel. Gotten by Scourge. Sentinel gets the 5th Roshan. Is that an indication that they're leading? I think they are leading in terms of positioning, right? In terms of the map, and that's what allowed them to get the Aegis.
Yeah, probably. Right now, Scourge is just being so defensive. I think we had that the whole game. We saw the whole game that Scourge is a lot more defensive, and only waits for usually waits for being engaged on, and that's what they do right now. So they didn't fight Roshan because they're a bit unsure. I think if I look at their goals, they don't have enough buybacks to defend, like to buy back with the whole team and then defend their base in case they lose that fight. But Sentinel, they had enough gold for that. I think Lina bought a Hex now.
Yes.
Yeah, she did. So they were sure they could do it. Like they were confident. Okay, we can fight a Roshan and still defend our base.
Yep.
So I don't know. Maybe in this map, that Roshan is so close to the Scourge base is a little even a disadvantage here, because Scourge would need so much time to get into the Sentinel area after Roshan.
That's a very roundabout way to look about it, but hey, it fits in this case. Looks like Sentinel is all gonna go back. Interestingly, maybe they're gonna just surrender all of that map control they held for a long time. Maybe they just wanted that Aegis.
No, I think they want to sustain it by pushing the top lane again, and then, well, Storm Spirit seems to stay in the jungle, so he'll push bot lane again, and the others probably will go mid, and then they have their map control back, because Scourge walking around 5, being all defensive, going to counter ward now.
Counter ward as a team, man. This game is okay. In terms of item progression, do you think Sniper or Shadow Fiend will get any item, or it's just all buy-outs from this point around?
That's a good question. I think Shadow Fiend maybe wants to buy a new item. Oh yeah, there we go. He bought something. He's going for a Hex.
Okay.
I think I said that earlier, right?
Let's make sure we're still synced up here. I'm at 1904, 1905, 6, 7.
Okay, I'm 10 seconds ahead.
You're 10 seconds ahead. Okay, that that is a big difference when we're casting. Yeah, of course my Warcraft is slower. But
slow Warcraft 3.
I like how we could cast a Chinese. No other game we could cast where you could 10 seconds ahead and it didn't matter. Only Chinese games, because nothing happens.
Yeah, it's like
nothing happens.
Like, oh, SF buying Hex, gotta sync up.
Yeah, make sure we sync up, because those team fights, they last for 2 seconds, right? So, all right, 1935, 36. Okay,
Yes.
all right, good. So Sentinel going into the jungle and once again, and not accomplishing too much, which doesn't say too much about this game so far. I might even want to say Scourge is waiting out for that Aegis to time out.
Maybe. The problem still is they just spend more gold. I think at that point Scourge, they don't want to really go for.
Yeah, sorry, I just looked at the Shadow Fiend go. He finished the Hex and so no buyback.
Yeah, and
I don't.
Only Sniper is a buyback, but maybe he's going to buy some item. I think the strategy of Scourge here is stay in base, stay safe, and then make sure we can defend the base, because.
Yeah, but I don't agree with the fact that he spent his buyout for a Hex, which.
I think the problem they see is that if they don't progress in their items, they're not going to get any map control. Like they know they really have. They need more items to be able to do something in this game. I think that's what they realized. And so if they just save for buybacks and they maybe defend their base with buyout each time, then somehow they'll run out of buyouts because they are not able to get out of the base and farm anywhere.
I see. I also say the Hex is very important against Storm Spirit, because that of course he has Lincolns, and the fact that he has a BKB, which is 5-second now. The issue with him is once the Storm Spirit is zipping around, the Venge can't stun him, the Shaker can't stun him. Well, if the Fisher is down, basically, and that's a problem because you can't kill that blue ninja. Like, he's just going at your team. Sniper can do something as long as he's not hexed. So if you get a quick hex on him, he will die before he even comes out of the sheep form. So I think that might have been the idea for him to purchase it, but to give up an entire buyback or even 2 buyback for it, that is very, very risky move. Even though nothing's happening right now, Scourge is making huge risky moves, and they want to win, but I don't know, man.
That chicken. That chicken. 2 HP. Loose.
And that's gonna be a butterfly. Yes.
Yeah, seems like.
Shaker's got a dagger
sniper,
too.
So.
That matters, right?
And Witch Dog has a dagger as well.
Okay, no, completely 0 buyback on Scourge. If they have to win right now, they are gonna win. They're gonna focus down on the Lina. Oh wow, Stormster is just gonna zip out. They're gonna focus down on the Vengeful Spirit. That's all they got. Necrolite might be in trouble as well. Necrolite is gonna end up going down. So, calculated by EHome, no buyback goal needed because they know they're gonna win the fight.
I guess they realized the Lina had no buyout, and that's why they went for the Lina. But it was close because if she would have gotten off the cheese,
or if she self-cycloned, that would have been close as well.
Yes, self-cyclone and cheese, that would have been great. But she went down in that 1 stun, so nicely done with that swap and insta stun by ES. So pretty good.
Yes, swap and instant hex by the Shadow Fiend. So they play that to the book. So I mean. Lina, a big part of Sentinel's damage, you know, joking or not, like it's coming from that Lina. Laguna Blade hurts, even this late stage of the game.
Yeah, I wouldn't only say damage, but it's simply just controlling the fights very well for the Sentinel.
Real fast, gonna check out gold. Storm Spirit is in uncharted waters right now. 10,000 gold. Not buying shit. That's what, 3 buybacks at least?
What was 3 at least.
Yeah, especially when he gets kills in the fight.
Necrolite, did he buy out? No,
he didn't.
So he still got 1 buyout, I guess. Lina.
Okay, so we're just sitting here and watching this, and you're sitting here and listening to this commentary. I don't know if your adrenaline is pumping. I am a little bit, but I think these players must be fucking going, like breaking a heart right now, or their heart is like fucking going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like. Can you imagine yourself 74 minutes in playing YYF in this position, holding on to 10k gold, not doing anything?
Man, I had one game of that kind as well, and actually, no, you don't think about it. You just won't think, wow, this game is so epic, or something like that, or you're just playing standard. Like I can tell you, it's just don't even realize that this is so crazy, and in the end you'll be like, what? 90 minutes or what? 120 minutes? Like really, you're just completely into the game. That's what it was like for me at least.
And looks like Scourge. Scourge might be coming mid. They have to deal with the creeps at top, I think. Are they ignoring that? No, they shouldn't. They can't. So, by the way, at this point of the game, you never know if Sentinel is gonna just BOT, because gold isn't really too much of an issue at that point. So, just saying.
Yeah. And 12 burn charges. The guy should use them.
Well, I mean, who are they gonna use it on? Enemy to do 200 damage?
Sure. It disables dagger, okay?
It does. And there's how many daggers on Scourge? Shaker, I guess.
0, so pretty good. Oh yeah,
Shaker's got a dagger. But
man, there was something I wanted to say earlier, like oh, I forgot. But they still have Aegis and cheese. They can wait for even 1 more cheese, but I don't know who they're gonna give it to. Like Visage right now taking 0 farm, I think, and that's absolutely.
He's gonna go in right now, gonna focus down on X. X is at quarter HP. He's gonna be completely fine. They're initiating a fight in the enemy base, and that is not the way you want to do it. And we see Witch Doctor is gonna go down. Storm zips out in the corner of my screen. He is gonna go down. No, he's actually no fatal damage done by the Venomancer. But that was 2 extra kills being picked up by King J and Burning. And this is going the other way around. Do they have buyback? No, they do not. Oh shit.
The problem for Storm Spirit here is that guy. He just can't kill anybody. He's like, he could buy out 20 times, but they just ignore him.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna buy out. He's gonna just throw his life and distract. But I think at this point, EHome just could ignore him and right-click buildings.
Yes, they can, and I guess that's what they're going to do right now. But maybe Storm and the Necrolite are
What YYF need to do right now is buy salves and heal. Come on, let's go. You got fucking 11,000 gold. Your towers are being sieged right now. He's gonna zip soon.
No, man, don't want to waste.
No, yeah, okay, man. He's gonna zip right now. Who's gonna focus on Shaker? Look at his HP pool. It's just dropping so quickly. A half HP. He's trying to zip around. He's gonna go for the Shaker. He's gonna go down. Buyback number 1 is incoming. He's gonna go back for the Shaker. I'm assuming. Where's the zip? He's gonna focus on the Shaker. Yeah, there's a kill on the Shaker. They're gonna now focus on the Sniper. Oh, he gets Hex. He's gonna go down. Buyback number 2 comes in right now. Where's the buyback number 2? Yes, he does come back. Need to focus on the Sniper. Sniper focusing on a tree. Tree almost gonna go down. We have a blink dagger from the Witch Doctor coming in. Yes, the Sniper finally gonna go down, and they are defending relentlessly with those buyback. They're gonna focus on the Shadow Fiend once again. This tree is being focused on by King J. King J says, "Fuck that! I'm gonna go for the tree." He's gonna go down as well. Second ultra kill.
Next. Fucking ultra kill. There is BOT on the Storm Spirit, and where is he going to TP?
I think he might be TPing on the top lane, but he cannot kill anyone though. That's the thing. Unless you have 8 buybacks.
Yep. Everyone. I don't know. Oh no, now he TP's on the bot lane. Maybe going for Shaker, but everyone.
Oh, do we have a second BOT coming in? And 3 BOT coming in. EHome LGD making a huge gamble. They're gonna use all their spell. They are gonna kill 1. That is gonna be Shaker. Gonna focus on the Shadow Fiend. Where Stormster's mana level has got 500 mana. There's a blink. There's a Hex. They're gonna focus in, but Sniper in position. Ghost Scepter being forced to get taken, and that is gonna be. And actually, everyone needs to go out right now. I have to say, LGD is just made one of the huge gamble, and let's see if they're gonna be winning the game from that. I think Shaker actually might have bought back. They're gonna try to focus on the Venomancer. Venomancer at half HP. They're gonna use the ult for him. They do kill him right now. Does King Chat buyback? Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Second buyback for him as well. Oh wow.
I have to say 3 BOTs going in to trying to win the game.
Legit. Absolutely legit.
Gonna get the Aegis.
And they're gonna get the Aegis. Wow, man, I can't even tell. Like this Storm Spirit again, ultra kill, paying with 1 buyback for each and every kill. Like,
He's gotta say, you know, he's lost about half his gold in that entire exchange, and of course he bought a BOT. So.
And this time they have that she's on the Visage, and he got travels as well. So 4 BOT on them now. Actually, Lina the only one without BOT.
Lina's got the Aegis. So. Sick.
Yes. This is sick. Like, and I think all BOTs are ready. So, do we have the buyouts for that?
We do have Necro, I think.
We have it on Necrolite. Yeah, we have it on 2 of them. So on Necro and on Storm.
I think if Lina gets 2 kills, maybe you get another buyout. But
yeah, but what's significant about that game is that the supports usually they die last or they never die. So. That shouldn't be the problem. Yeah, Storm's going in right now.
He's gonna try to focus down on X. X taking half HP. Need Laguna Blade. No, that is just a Venge. Where's X right now? X does go down. I believe he buys back immediately, so it doesn't matter. Shaker running around. He's just tanking. Stormspirit does die. He's gonna buy back. He needs to find a creep to TP into. Where the hell is his TP? He's actually not TPing anywhere. Lina's gonna just run out. And so they traded a couple kills. Lina gets assassinated as well, but I think she's gonna make it out alive. Yeah, she is basically fine. So at the end of that team fight, that was a 3-4...
1?
No, I think Scourge bought out, so I think X bought out for sure. Shadow Fiend might have bought out as well. No, Shadow Fiend does. Look at the gold amount on the Scourge, though. Look at the carry heroes. Look at the gold. I think they're going to just outlast the Sentinel. Sentinel is running low on gold. Scourge isn't.
Yep, that's true, but right now, Sentinel is being aggressive and Scourge is not, so we gotta wait what happens
Stormseer comes in right now, gonna focus on X again. X right-clicking, he needs to focus on X. Oh, there's a Hex against the Necrolite. Necrolite is gonna go down. Does he have buyback? We'll have to check later on. Looks like Stormseer is just gonna run out there. ZSMJ, out of buyback.
9 goals. Out of buyback. Wushu, YYF.
1 buyback.
Only 4k, not so many buybacks.
Only 1 buyback.
Oh wow, man. Come on, LGD.
Burning is gonna walk up the hill. He's gonna lead the charge. Sniper right after Butterfly, MKB. Scotty. Manta style, BKB. Here comes Storm Spirit. And here comes Alina as well, but BKB's popped in, ignoring him.
And Throne is down. Trees died. GG.
Wow. This game. I think I died a little bit inside.
Yeah, so did I. YYF buybacking like 100 times this game and still losing. Come on. That's not okay. Man, EHome getting rewarded for turtling in base 60 minutes. 60, 80.
Oh man, this commentary has went on for a long time now, and
then it was suddenly
it was suddenly over. And this is what Chinese Dota is about. It just happens. It just finishes so damn quickly.
674 creeps on Stormsphere. Wow.
500 on that Shadow Fiend. 540 on that Sniper. Okay, 715, I'll let you start. Do you have anything to say? I think I'm speechless right now. I don't have much to say.
Okay, I think the only thing I can say, YYF Storm. Like, even loving YYF more than before. Still not my favorite player. You wouldn't let me cast though, so whatever.
Okay, so that was Commentary 198. We will have maybe even more epic games coming your way. So stay tuned. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Until next time, 715 and Luminous signing out to you guys.